and you should be able to point where you want that $100 to go. It doesn't have to go one place. It could go to NPR. Half go to NPR. Half go to PBS. Half could go to something else. Black and white movies of that's presented on PBS. I think we should fund it, but let people fund it that want to fund it. What do you think of that idea?
It's a unique idea. I think I've heard it proposed before. I don't know how it could be implemented, but it's an interesting idea. Thank you, Jules. John?
Yeah, hey Gary. I think that pulling funding for NPR, PBS, USAID is essential. I mean, the GDP to debt ratio is now at 133%. It's only going up.
And why not cuts to the defense budget, which
Absolutely.
would be meaningful as
That's another trillion right there.
Be meaningful as opposed to this is a minuscule amount of money. You know that.
It doesn't matter if it's minuscule or not. We can't keep spending like a drunken sailors. We've been at war for 24 years. If we don't have austerity and make cuts now, we will be in a death spiral.
All right, but when you make it, you want to be a member of Congress. So I'm going to challenge you on this as I would if you were already in office.
Fiscally conservative and fiscally prudent. I don't believe.
Well, how's this
has uncovered $600 billion in fraudulent spending.
Okay.
On gender engineering everywhere. How much is enough?
How is this being fiscally responsible? Are you suggesting that
this is
other
nothing
areas?
but U.S. propaganda. If they can't turn a profit, you're out of business. It's that simple. Are we going to keep borrowing 40% of our economy? It's not a real economy.
So you would apply that to the Defense Department if they can't turn a profit? They're out of business?
100% lower to $600 billion a year. We are spending $700 billion a month and only taking in $500 billion. It's unsustainable.
How would you anticipate? I'm helping you. I'm preparing you. If you get elected, you'll be on CNN or Fox or on someplace answering these kinds of questions. Surely, if I have the opportunity, I'll be asking you these kinds of questions. So how do you make the Defense Department profitable?
We stop passing big, beautiful omnibus bills and spending $700 billion a month, but only taking in $500 billion. We have to stop borrowing and spending.
That's not the argument. The question is, how do these minuscule cuts really address in other words, if you triage the problem that you just so correctly articulated, how does cutting money to the Corporation for Public Broadcasting even make a drop in the ocean of overspending?
Gary, it's called stop spending money you don't have. You stop going to the layaway aisle at Walmart and buying stuff you don't have money for. We don't have money for this. We can't keep borrowing and spending. We need a law. We need change. We can't keep spending on everything. We need rescission. We need to cut spending now.
Again, future Congressman, I agree with your premise. I'm just asking, how does this
It's called prioritization, Gary. It's called prioritization.
But should the prioritization...
We as a country have to live with priorities. NPR and USAID is no longer a priority in our book of business.
So the priorities are not based on what actually financially will gain us what you want to, what your goal is. The priorities are what you see as wasteful.
It's called pragmatism, Gary. We cut the borrowing, we cut the spending on things we don't need. We don't need USAID, NPR, PBS. They're done. They're gone. They're history. We are entering into a new age of fiscal conservatism because we can't keep borrowing and spending. It's not an authentic economy.
How are we entering?
We are a debt slave.
How are we entering fiscal conservatism when we are adding so much money to
we're not. The Republicans just passed the big, beautiful bill. They're a bunch of traitors. I'm going to replace the old traitors with new patriots. Vote for John Kitover and go to johnforcongress.com.
I wonder how many of your potential constituents are here, but if they are, I'm sure they were listening very carefully to your responses. Thank you, John. Elle, are you here? It shows that you're on the phone.
I'm not on the phone, but I am having a ethical dilemma here, Gary, because I wanted to come up on